Right, morning fellas, welcome back to another Villa on Tour video today. Fixtures are out. It's a video I do once a year. I think I did it last year and it did quite well. But today, Premier League fixtures are out. I genuinely haven't seen them yet. I think it's about 9:30 in the morning. They came out at 9. So it's going to be an interesting one. It doesn't mean a fat lot when we can't actually go to the games, which is a little bit annoying. But either way, it's interesting to see who we're going to start off with, whether the end of the season is going to be an easy one, because last year it was kind of hard, but it doesn't matter because we got over the line. I'm glad we're looking at Premier League fixtures over Championship fixtures, because if I was looking at this morning and you see Wickham at home as your first game, it's a little bit depressing. But we don't need to worry about that because they are Premier League fixtures. But just before we carry on with that, if you haven't watched the previous video where I talk about transfers, updates on Brashika, Ollie Watkins, Ben Rama, you know the drill, go and check that one out. Appreciate the new settings as well with the backgrounds. I think one person in the last video noticed the Christmas lights there. They are little Christmas trees, but who cares? It's August, we don't mind. But just before we continue on with the video, quick shout out to OneFootball, the best footballing app out there for all of your footballing needs. If you're a football fan, why have you not downloaded OneFootball? It's crucial. It's free on iOS and Android, especially with the fixtures coming out this morning. You need OneFootball to keep up to date with them and check them and keep up to date with transfers. Everything to do with Aston Villa. Even if you're not a Villa fan, download it. You can put your favourite team on there. So it's definitely the best app to have if you are a football fan. So if you haven't downloaded it already, top link in the description. You know what to do. Why would you not do it? Shout out to Luke Roper as well. Luke 1977 Max 20 still works over there for 20% off. Again, link in the description to that. So why would you not go and have a little look at that? Without further ado, on to the main video. Haven't checked the fixtures yet, like I said, so it's going to be an interesting one. This is my literal live reaction, so it could go well. Probably not. It's probably going to start with a horrendous game, but we'll see. Let's look at the fixtures. So it's been quite hard to stay off my phone this morning. Had to prepare this video without going on my phone to look at the fixtures, but I've literally just gone onto Villa's Twitter here. I've got them. Oh, let's have a look then. What we're saying. Oh, off. First game, Man City away. Nice, cool, nice one, lads. Oh God. Probably gonna start with a horrendous game, but we'll see. Okay, so I've just checked Twitter. Apparently that won't be our first game. That makes sense actually. I've just remembered, obviously Man City were in the Champions League, so that will get postponed a little bit because they need a longer break than everyone else. So actually I think our first game is Sheffield United at home. It's never boring when we play Sheffield United at home, let's be honest. Oh. Now I know a lot of people were slamming Villa with the whole Nyland goal thing, but it's all fun and games. At the end of the day, we stayed up under a technicality and it probably shouldn't have counted, but who cares? We're in the Premier League, that's all that matters. It's never boring, like I said, with Sheffield United at home. A couple of years ago, the Andre Green last minute header, like I said, the Nyland goal. It's never boring, so that if that is the first game, that'll be a very, very exciting one probably. I've seen a few people saying as well that the first actual game of our season will be a Carabao Cup game. Again, they're never boring either. It'll be so much better if we could go to these games, because the Carabao Cup game, when you go to the likes of, I don't know, Harrogate Town or Barrow with Villa and you take like 3,000 up there, it's just really exciting. Obviously you know you're going to win, it's just the day out, it's probably a new ground, so I'm going to miss that unfortunately. Obviously last year we went to Crewe and that was fun if you've seen that video. Booted! But yeah, it's looking like the first game will be a game in the Carabao Cup rather than the Premier League. But yeah, September in general, obviously I think that Man City away game will be at some point in September. I don't know when, that's not been confirmed, but Sheffield United at home, winnable maybe. I think obviously I don't think they'll be as good as they were last year, but we'll see. Fulham away, always a class away game at Craven Cottage. So unfortunate that we can't go. Doing a Fulham derby, that'll be exciting. But yeah, September isn't as bad as it maybe could have been. But yeah, we'll see. It's so important that we get off to a good start, because normally we don't. October starts with a game against Liverpool at home. Last year we nearly got something from Liverpool at home, but that didn't quite happen, so it'd be good to play the champions there. The rest of the month again isn't awful. Leicester away will be a tough game, but after that, Leeds at home and then Southampton at home. Winnable fixtures. Obviously finishing off October with a home game against Southampton, and then moving on to November. Again, it could be worse. A few London games there, going to Arsenal and going to West Ham, Brighton at home again, winnable fixture. So I don't think the season has started off as bad as it probably can do, but you know what that means, it'll just get harder and harder as the season goes on. Not ideal, but if we can get points on the board early, that'll just steady the nerves and we should be okay for a season that isn't as nervy as last one, because I just can't be dealing with that again. Can we just not get 17th, please? Can we just go for mid-table and just be absolutely fine? Because my heart can't take it. But moving on to December, the Christmas period, it's not actually that bad. I think usually over Christmas, we're horrendous. I think you look at last season, again, we had winnable fixtures. I think there was a run of Southampton, Norwich and Watford, and we were like, look, we need 9 points. We lost at home to Southampton, and that was just dreadful. We beat Norwich, obviously, but everyone does. And then we had Watford, and we lost 3-0 there. So even if the fixtures are kind to us over Christmas, we normally are dreadful as a football club. Aston Villa, never change. But yeah, looking at it, a few nice home games there. Newcastle at home, Burnley at home, and then Crystal Palace on Boxing Day. Winnable games, you should be winning those sorts of games at home. Away games will be tasty. Wolves and Albion in 1 week. Oh, I wish we could go. Could you actually imagine how good that would be? Wolves away, we never normally do too well. I've been there a few times, we've always lost, but it's a good away day. Wolves 1 week and then Albion away the following week. Albion back in the Premier League, you love to see it. Oh, it'd be such a tasty game, that would, but it's just looking so unfortunate that we won't be there. And then to end the month, Chelsea away, not great. At Stamford Bridge. It's a decent away day in London, they always are, but yeah, and moving on, New Year, Manchester United away. I think we've got Chelsea and United away very close together there, like we did last season. United away for New Year. The thing that I look forward to when the fixtures come out is planning away games, you know, planning weekends away. For example, Manchester United away for New Year. Just imagine how good that would be. We might be allowed there, but it's highly unlikely, unfortunately. But yeah, the new year as a whole doesn't look great. Tottenham at home, Everton at home, tough start, and then Burnley away, and then Southampton away. That's a tough month. So that is why we need to look at December, get points on the board then, and then it's not as crucial in January maybe. February starts with a couple of home games, West Ham and Arsenal. Obviously Arsenal at home, we had fun last year, so that'll be a good one. Brighton away was probably the best away day last season. Really enjoyed that one, so it's always a good day out at Brighton as well on the beach with the boys. Leicester City at home and then Leeds away. Oh, I really want to go to Leeds away. Ellen Road is obviously one of the best stadiums in the Premier League in my opinion. The atmosphere will be incredible because I think Leeds and Villa are probably the best fans in the league. Might be being a little bit biased, but that's how it is. I'd just love to go to Ellen Road. It's always a class away day, it really is. March is a little bit of a quieter month. Starts off with Wolves at home, and then Newcastle away and Sheffield United away. Yeah, a few tough games in there, a few tough away games, but yeah, that's what it is. What are you on about, mate? Moving on to the business end of the season, April starts with a winnable game against the Fulham team that we are meant to be replicating. So that should be a winnable game because we need to pick up a win there for the following week against Liverpool away. That is actually the day before my birthday. So hopefully we can go to that game and have a weekend away in Liverpool. You know how it is, so that'll be a fun one. After that, Man City at home. So we've got Liverpool and Man City in the space of a week, which is not ideal, but that's followed by West Brom at home in a derby. I think Villa have called it a derby on Instagram and stuff, and so have West Brom, but it's not a derby. It's, I don't know, I don't want to get into that right now, I can't be bothered. But yeah, either way, that'll be a tasty game with Albion being back in the Premier League. But then, moving on to May. Ooh, what was that? Obviously, the end of last season was hard, but we got the job done. It doesn't get any easier. Like, the end of this season is going to be so hard. Everton away, Manchester United at home, Tottenham away, and Chelsea at home. Crystal Palace in the middle of that away as well. But we really do need to be safe by March or April because my heart can't take May, going into May with some massive sides coming to Villa Park and some massive away games. So it's good that we end this season at home. I know it's against Chelsea and they're a good side, but at least we end it at Villa Park. So those are the fixtures. Like I said, in terms of fans being allowed back in stadiums, I just can't see it. Like, I don't know when it could be. I literally can see the whole of the season being with no fans. And there's talk about, you know, stadiums being a quarter full or something, but that just takes it away from me. Like, I'd rather be no fans or a stadium full. I don't think 11,000 at Villa Park is going to be great. Can you imagine 11,000 fans for Villa versus Albion? Like, it's just not going to be the same. But either way, our season could start off worse, but it ends a little bit more difficult, but we will see. But that is the end of the video. Thank you very much for watching. What are your thoughts on the fixtures? What are the games to look out for? Let me know in the comments below. Download One Football, check out Luke 1977. You know what to do. Drop a like on the video, subscribe if you are new. We are on the road to 40,000 subscribers, which is just mental. So thank you very much for watching. Check out the previous videos. I'll see you in the next one. Up the Villa.